Hey guys, it's someone Super19, and this is going to be a quick video, and I just want to address that how stupid and lame and whatnot music production on Linux is, and partly because there are only so many libraries that you could have in terms of popular libraries that support Linux, but there's many of the big ones, rather, and especially the ones I use, they don't support Linux at all, so you have to find you have to find packages and some other various ways to mitigate the situation, and even then you're gonna still have a lot of problems. So almost like it feels like you're coding the whole thing from scratch. And if you're like me and you hate Windows, I absolutely despise Windows, and I never want to have Windows just for music productions. That sounds stupid. Even though I've been thinking about it, because all of the libraries I have just keep crashing, and half of them don't work. So here's an example right here. I bring Kontakt. This is the one I purchased. I think it's Kontakt 6, and I installed all my libraries, and this is all I have. I have over like 200, 300 libraries, and this is all what it supports. And one of those libraries is pretty broken. It's one of my favorite one, which is the session strings, and I get this stupid error every time. So there's not much to be play with, and I'm glad that Linux is getting more and more attention. Actually helps a lot with people like me who do music production, or if you're also a person that does music production on Linux. Recently Linux gaming has becoming more mainstream rather than just using Windows. Obviously, there's some games you can't play with Windows, but I wish that over time that music production becomes mainstream with Linux as well, other than just Mac OS and Windows, which is pretty lame. In my opinion, and I don't think it's that hard to make. Again, here's the same problem with MassivX. I have so many different libraries on MassivX, and only supports the ones I have right here. I tried fixing it, I tried mitigating around, I tried reinstalling, I tried pretty much everything. It's pretty lame. It's a lot of time. It's like, oh well, just use Windows, and that's the problem. It's like I don't want to use Windows. I don't want terrible solution of using Windows. And again, I'm not gonna get into the nitpick of why I hate Windows. I mean, I'm an Arch user, so you can kind of fill in the blanks yourself. Another example is I was like, all right, well, Kontakt 6, the one I purchased, does not work, so I'm gonna just bring in the latest Kontakt, which is Kontakt 7, and then you can see some libraries pop up. Again, this is all my libraries, because again, some of the libraries that show here don't show on Kontakt 6, and some of the libraries on Kontakt 6 don't show here. So, for example, this free library I wanted to try. I was so excited. I'm like, oh wow, it's a solo violin or whatever it is. And I try to go and try it, and then my whole thing just crashes down. It just really sucks that music production isn't very mainstream. And I use Fruity Loops because I've always used Fruity Loops. Changing to a different software is also not applicable, because it's just unfair. We spend a lot of, as music producers, we spend a lot of money on these libraries and whatnot, so I think it's stupid to say that, hey, just switch to Windows or just switch to a different DAW. It's like, I've been using DAWs for years, why do I need to switch? It doesn't make any sense. So these are just one of the examples I have. There's other stuff that don't work, like some of the effects I have. Guitar Rig, where is it, effects right here. So yeah, I have Guitar Rig, and it doesn't show up in my effects. I don't use many effects because audio production, all those, they cost a lot of money, and I want to focus more on libraries than audio production. But the only one shows up is the Rektar 6, and again, Rektar is also broken. This one's also broken, so it's a bit unfortunate that a lot of my libraries are pretty broken. So again, I have like so many different libraries in here, but it's only 2 that are showing, and I don't even know what this one is. I'm glad Rounds is showing. This one's actually one of my favorite ones. So I mean, it seems like I do have everything. That's cool. And yeah, I feel like this is a big problem when it comes to music production that nobody talks about, is how broken the system is for these DAWs and libraries and softwares and VSTs and all that stuff. And maybe hopefully somebody who's a genius or intelligent, unlike me, can come up with some sort of a solution that can mitigate all this problems on Linux. And it's not an Arch thing, really. It's just a Linux thing in general. Maybe I have a better luck if I have Ubuntu as my main system, but again, this probably won't be much better, because Linux is Linux. It doesn't matter what distro you're using. So but yeah, as always, I hope you learned something, and maybe if you're a genius, I hope you try to change it, maybe upload it free on GitHub. I would appreciate it. Everybody would appreciate it too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.